Lana, come. Come here. Alright, fine, just stay there. Alright, it's time. Oh, now you're coming, huh? Hi. This is my dog. She's pretty great. Little puppy. Gonna be playing some Doomsday, as usual. This side now. I got a slightly new list. I'll boot this up here. Made some minor changes here. So I posted something in the Discord about what I was thinking, but I added Ideas Unbound and Labman to the sideboard to give certain kinds of decks that plan is very, very good against, particularly being able to do pass turn piles with them. So like some combo mirrors, decks with a lot of discard but not counter magic. So it's not a ton of decks, but it's a relatively small sideboard package. So I figured I'd give it a try. It's possible that Lab Maniac from the board is good enough on its own with just the contracts and stuff that I can try just the Lab Maniac sometime. But anyway, we're doing this for now. I also cut one Abrade for another Echoing Truth. I like Abrade. Abrade's fine, but I wanted to give that a try because like most Storm people don't play Abrade, so I don't know. I cut the second tendrils, because it wasn't really doing much for me. I didn't side it in all that often. It basically was only good against Death Shadow, so it got cut. I put Cabal Therapy back in the board. And then I also cut one Cabal ritual, so I'm currently only have 7 rituals in the deck, 3 Cabal, 4 Dark. So that let me play a second Conjurer's Bauble without having to cut a Preordain. Now, that could also be wrong, like 2 Preordain and 2 Bauble might be fine. But, yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I think I'm going to play a League with this, but I might, this guy's been waiting in the practice room for a while, so I might play a practice game first. My win rate in the practice room lately has been absolutely abominable. And I think it's largely because of the type of decks that I've been playing a lot. But this is a turn 2 kill, so I'm going to keep it. I did lose the roll. And this means it's probably not going to be a turn 2 kill because they probably have counter magic. I want to be a little careful of back to basics, which is why I played the basic. Obviously, they can't cast back to basics right now, but that's why I played the basic, and I'll probably fetch Basic Swamp with a Mire next turn. I'll probably just pass here. I don't think there's any reason to do anything too hasty yet. I definitely want to try and find a discard spell or something. Or even another ritual so I could go Doomsday if it gets countered, Doomsday again. Alright, so they're making their first move. I'm thinking this is some kind of counter magic deck. I was thinking Miracles originally, but it could just as easily be something like Show and Tell. But the longer I can kind of feign not being a combo deck, the better probably. So there's my discard spell. So let's Thoughtseize, and hopefully this will be good enough. see what this is. Brainstorming, maybe? Brainstorm, yep. So hopefully they won't have more than one counterspell. Or not more than one that I can play through, because they could beat a Daze. Although probably this deck's not playing Daze, would be my guess. Two spell snares, so I can beat a spell snare. So definitely going to take the counter spell, so now they'll die. This is looking like Miracles or maybe like a Stoneblade type deck right now, which will be an easy, or not an easy game 2, but we got there this game, so that's good. It's possible that they keep in spell snares. I almost want, let me think here. No, I won't have enough mana. Okay. So I'm using the pedal here. There's not really a good, like a great reason. They do have a Chain of Vapor in their hand, which is a little odd. But I don't want them to be able to somehow disrupt me with Chain. So getting the sequencing there correct was the right thing to do. Making so like not playing the LED last basically is what it's about. If they chained the pedal or something, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But so there's the drills, and that's the game. All right, so I don't really know what's going on here. One thing that you can do against these kinds of decks, making pass turn piles with Lab Maniac, where you, if you have like a bauble or an extra draw effect in hand, so you can put a duress or something on top and duress and then go off with Labman. I'm going to just try bringing in the Lab Maniac package here. And the way I've been doing it lately is I cut one contract, and then you can either cut Preordain or Tendrils. And so cutting Tendrils, because you are cutting an Infernal Contract and cutting it, like Burning Wish for Tendrils becomes actually a little easier with Ideas Unbound as your draw spell. And trying to do like natural Tendrils with draw 4 lines just isn't quite as likely because you don't have as many draw 4s, and then you can always kill with Lab Maniac on a Doomsday pile. So I think I like this better in this particular kind of matchup, cutting the Tendrils. This also gives you a wishable card advantage spell. I should probably actually bring in this therapy. So let me think here. If I'm bringing in that, maybe I'll cut that as well. So we ended up cutting a Preordain anyway, but whatever. This hand's fine, I guess. It's not, I don't know, it's not super duper great, but I don't think it's reasonable to throw this one back. So one thing that I don't know is whether or not they have Wasteland or Back to Basics or anything like that. But drawing that lets me be a little more conservative with my fetching. So I'll grab my basic island and just ponder here. Well, that's not really what I want. I guess I'll take the extra lines, High Diamond, but I think I want the Brainstorm. And then, let me think. Maybe I do want all three of those cards. So I'm thinking probably I, next turn, just play the Bloodstained Mire. Interesting that they Brainstorm on turn main phase like that. They may not have a second land, or they don't have another fetch land. Interesting. So I think I want to see 3 fresh cards off this Brainstorm, so I'm just going to pass and I'm going to draw the fetch land. Or actually, so I want the fetch land to be able to shuffle after the Brainstorm. An option is to be a little riskier and crack this fetch right now. But I don't really think that's worth it. So I'll crack it now that I've drawn the extra fetch land. I'm going to get Underground Sea, and I'll Brainstorm here. Bunch of discard spells. I think I'm going to keep all of these. And I'll put back the Swamp and maybe a Lotus Petal. Actually, I think I'll put back an LED. I probably don't need both LEDs. Boarding out an LED is something I used to do a lot. I haven't done it much lately. But in these kinds of slow blue matchups, it's definitely something you can think about doing. So let's take a thought. Let's Thoughtseize here. It's a lot of counter magic. I actually think I want to take the Snapcaster Mage here, because Snapcaster is going to get a lot better over time. Yeah, I'm going to take the Snapcaster, and I'm basically just going to try and slowly work my way through the rest of this counter magic. The one thing that's kind of annoying is by not bringing in like Empty the Warrens or something, I don't have like a natural draw that can help me power through this stuff. So I'm actually just going to wait. Well, there's something to be said for taking that Jace the Mind Sculptor while I'm at it. Maybe I will wait, because I don't think they're going to duress, or they're going to force this duress. So I can snag the Jace the Mind Sculptor here. And that, even though Jace is a couple turns away from coming down, this basically means, right now anyway, that they don't have any threats. They don't have any lands either. But they're just not really doing anything. So they got a bunch of counter magic, but I have some time to try and work my way through. And they move to discard, so they pitch the Pyroblast, makes sense. Dark Ritual, that's whatever. Not really doing anything for me. So we're going to be playing Draw-Go for a while here. I don't... Found Brainstorm. I need to find a cantrip or something. Like I need a lot of business spells to be able to punch through here. Ponder. So I'm probably going to use another discard spell this turn, just in case they found something good. They shuffled off the Ponder though, and they only saw one new card after. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the Thoughtseize yet. They finally found a land. Ancestral Vision, okay. Burning Wish, Preordain. I want both those cards. I do have 8 cards in hand, so let's play an LED. One viewer, what's up? Who is it? I'm just playing a practice game right now. And I'm going to jump into a league after this match. So, let's see. Preordain. They have a shitload of counterspells in hand. So I'm just trying to build up something that can work on busting through it. What is this? Why is my shit vibrating? I do want to do it soon because their Ancestral Visions is going to come off soon. 2 time counters. So I can probably afford to wait like one more turn. But another Burning Wish. Okay, that's a good draw. So I'm going to lead off with a Dark Ritual. And we'll just see what they got going on in here. Well, that's pretty ridiculous. And obviously the spell snares are an issue. I wonder if I should attack the spell snares first, since that's like their most efficient counterspell. And then they might let this resolve. So they're just going to counterspell it. Fine. I probably just pass. I don't have a lot of life left. They're going to draw a bunch of new cards real soon. So they might just have too much counter magic, unfortunately. Bauble's a decent draw, actually. It's just a cantrip, really. No, the other Bauble. Wonderful. I'm just going to cantrip that one too, I think. Maybe I need to sideboard differently for this game, or for the next match. I don't think I did it right. I misunderstood what I was up against, obviously. I thought this was like Miracles or Stoneblade or something, but it's just a fucking shit show of counterspells. I lost my one viewer also. So they're not casting any spells because they want to hold up. Oh, I thought they weren't casting anything because they wanted to hold up Hardcast Force, but it was just because they weren't in their main phase. They didn't shuffle this time. Now they're shuffling. I wonder if it's going to be better for me to just scoop, as foretold. Okay. Alright, so this is a much different deck than I thought it was. And it's quite likely that I should just scoop. And go to game 2. actually can't really imagine what I could possibly draw in the next turn, or maybe two, that would let me win. So I probably should just go to next game here. So that's getting forced. Force pitching force, sure. Alright, I'm just going to concede. The Doomsday is not going to get through, since I know they at least still have Flusterstorm. And I actually... I don't remember how I won game 1. If it was with Doomsday or what. Yeah, it was Doomsday, so they know I'm on Doomsday. But anyway, so I'm going to side a lot differently here. I want to bring in this. I want this back. I don't want this package. So I'm at 62 now. I think I'm going to cut a bauble. 61. Probably cut a Preordain. This deck is pretty ridiculous. This hand looks acceptable though. So I'm going to start off with a Conjurer's Bauble. Then next turn, I'm going to Thoughtseize, and then depending on their hand, either Duress or Preordain. But I want to try and find another mana source so that I can cast that Infernal Contract. That's a fine draw. So let's Thoughtseize. Hopefully they don't have quite as much counter magic as last time. Flusterstorm. Alright. I'm going to Preordain. Ah, fuck. I got the wrong land. I wanted to get another black one. But this will work. So next turn, I can Thoughtseize. Or Duress, I mean. See what they've got. And then potentially Cabal Writ. Null Rod. Oh, fuck. That's why they didn't frickin'... That's why they Flusterstorm me. Well. Okay. It's annoying, but... Doomsday. Naturally, now I don't have my... fucking Lab Maniac in here. So I'm going to take the Force. I'm going to try not to be too afraid of that Surgical. And I think I'm just going to fucking rip off this draw 4 while I know that they don't have any threats and it's going to resolve. Unfortunately, I don't have Threshold on my Cabal Ritual, but even if I was at 7, they could take it away with Surgical. So that's fine. Surgical Cabal Ritual. I don't really give a shit about that. I'm feeling a little like I misevaluated what's going on here. I definitely did for game 2. And I'm kind of, still feeling it here. But that's actually a pretty good draw. So I can make goblins next turn. Being at 9 life and really like... Oh, I can't make goblins because of the Null Rod. God damn it. And I don't actually have anything to get rid of the Null Rod, so I need to draw some rituals here. I would be willing, if I draw another black mana source, I would be willing to cast this draw 4. Even though it's going to put me down to like 4 life. Okay. I think it needs to be done. Because I haven't really seen any threats from them. I suppose they had Lightning Bolt. But my best bet to win here is going to be like somehow putting together an Empty the Warrens. And actually, I could conceivably Burning Wish for Empty and then cast my Mana Rocks just to build Storm, even though they can't be activated. They're thinking hard about whether this is going to resolve. Forced. Okay. Nope, not forced. Forced. Force pitching Brainstorm. I don't know what the last card in their hand is, but this is okay. I'm not doing awful right now. Like, I'm not in an awful position. I really need another land, though. Brainstorm again. It's actually probably good that they countered that, because being at 4 life would have put me in a bad spot. I'm wondering, maybe I should be casting Doomsday next turn, and then I don't know. We'll see what I draw. I don't know if they still have any what the fuck are they called? Lightning bolts in the deck. I'm gonna ponder here. Tendrils. Don't think Tendrils is what I want. So I'm gonna shuffle. That's a good draw though. Alright. Cast Doomsday. Countered. Snapcaster. That's a problem. Snap pitching or targeting Brainstorm. If they just are trying to find... Oh, Flusterstorm, not Brainstorm. Okay. That's fine. It means I'm not at 4 life. So next turn, if I can find another mana source, I can Thoughtseize and make goblins, I think. Yeah. Now, that would put me to 4, so I would need to not die. Like, I'll have to be careful to manage my life total with Snapcaster, but at any rate, I can't do that because so I basically need to hope they didn't. They fucking drew the goddamn counterspell. It's so fucking frustrating. Like how many freaking counterspells do they have? I know 4 Force to Will, some number of spell snares, some number of counterspells, Flusterstorms post board. It's pretty ridiculous. All right, what do you got for me this time? Drew a Thoughtseize. Okay. If they still have lightning bolts in their deck, they could just bolt me here. This is a frustrating matchup. There was a lot of draws on that turn. A lot of my draws that would have actually won me the game, and a lot of their draws that would have not won them the game. Empty's my only live draw there. Yeah, okay. So they got there. Let's go play a league. I played to my outs as best I could there. I'm trying not to get tilted today, so played to my outs as best as I could there. It didn't work out, but whatever. Had a bad league last time too, so I'm hoping to do a little better today. And that was kind of a long match. I should have just given that one up and gone to play a league rather than waste my time in there, since it didn't really matter. Looks like we got our a match. This hand's probably okay. I don't know what this person's playing, so. Watery Grave. So it looks like Shadow. Thoughtseize. Yep. So they're probably going to take my LED. That's alright. I'll just lead on Island and Ponder. Without having the extra tendrils, this matchup gets a little bit harder. I think that extra tendrils like really made a difference. I don't know if this is a matchup to bring in Ideas Unbound and Labman. Probably not. They took the Ponder. Very interesting. Okay. Preordain's a good draw. I think I want to just start with the Bauble. I don't know if I'm going to get hymned here. No hymn, okay. You got another Thoughtseize or something? No? Okay. So I think I'd probably just crack this right now. I don't think I'm not on the like a Doomsday plan here. So I just need to find stuff. These are all pretty good draws. I guess now I brainstorm. They daze it? Yeah. I don't mind paying for this. I could have played out the Lotus Petal here, but damn. I actually think I'm going to spend the Lotus Petal to preordain through these two cards. Unless they counter this. No? Maybe I won't. Alright. I'm not under pressure, so there's no need to be too hasty here. Oh, now they have a Wasteland. That's okay, because I do have another land. And I'm not exactly hurting for mana sources, so what I'm really hurting for is business spells. And I don't think I want either of those cards. Fucking hell. So now they can cast Gurmag Angler. Or, of course, a Big Shadow, but yep, there's Gurmag Angler. It seems like they're holding up a counterspell. At this point, it's probably like Stubborn Denial. They may have something else too. So I'm looking to draw a business spell. Death Shadow. Alright, I'm going to be very dead very quick here. Yep, so I'm not going to cast anything yet. They might be able to pump up the shadow enough to just kill me. Got any more life? No, it doesn't look like it. That's okay. So they're going to put me down to 12. Or down to 2. Reanimate. Alright, so I'll concede. Okay. That's fine. Never drew any business spells. Doesn't really matter. So, bring in the empties and probably the Cabal Therapy. I think that's going to be it. I'm going to cut Doomsdays in this matchup, and I actually think I want to just cut like all of them. Or actually, let's leave one in. One Doomsday, one Bauble will be left in. I cut 2 Doomsdays and 1 Bauble. We'll submit that. That should be okay. They didn't see anything like Burning Wish. They did see that I had red lands, but they might not bring in like sweepers or anything. This hand sucks because it doesn't have an actual land for black mana. I need to throw this back, unfortunately. This hand is a lot better. I'm willing to keep it. I don't know what they're going to start off with. If they don't have a discard spell, I'll be happy. But, okay, just a Delver. So, I think what I want to do here... maybe just pass. I can't... like, with one more mana source, I can Ritual Doomsday if it gets countered Burning Wish for goblins. They flip it with the Daze. Fine. Brainstorm. Another fetch land. Another Watery Grave. And now the Thoughtseize. So that's annoying. I wonder if I should have just jammed for goblins last turn. It feels like it's probably wrong. They're probably going to take my Ritual here. Nope, they took the Doomsday. Okay. So I know they have a Daze. They probably have a Force as well. So I really want to draw a discard right now. Well, I don't think I can afford to wait here. Daze. I'm going to respond like this. They might just have double Daze. Daze 4. Okay. Okay. I could have played out the Lotus Petal there, but then I wouldn't have had red mana. So next turn, if they don't get rid of my land here, Thoughtseize me. Fine, motherfucker. This is rough. What are we gonna see now? Shadow? Big ass motherfucking Shadow. So if I rip a Burning Wish right now, I can try and kill him. Burning Wish. Come on, Burning Wish. Not a Burning Wish. Alright. Well, I'm not dead yet, so I can try one more turn to peel the Burning Wish. Alright. Well, that was rough. So game 1 didn't find any business spells. Game 2 had business spells, maybe missed an opportunity to go off. I don't think so. I mean, they had the force, right? I suppose if unless they found it on Brainstorm, but they probably had the force. Their play pattern suggests they had force from the beginning. So they, if they didn't have that Thoughtseize, we could have gone for it, but. Just got to win a few games here. This hand's okay. A little weak to Wasteland, but I'm not going to throw it back. I'm not going to throw it back. Oh, fuck. I hate when my opponents start off with Basic Island. That's my least favorite card to see across the table, I think, to be perfectly honest. I could just go for Goblins now. I don't think it's a good idea. I should find discard. I'm going to play it a little slow, I think. There's actually some possibility for me to do like a Pass in Flames line here. Ah, fuck. Well, I'm glad that I have that other land on top now, but... So, I don't really know what kind of deck this is. I'm gonna Brainstorm here. And I drew some stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna put back that and that. And then just pass. And then next turn, I could go Dark Writ. So the Wasteland makes me think that Goblins are actually probably going to be okay. So next turn I could go Dark Writ, Duress, Burning Wish. What? So this is probably a Phoenix deck. Hopefully they don't hit me with discard. Two blue. Careful Study or something. Brainstorm. They still don't have a way to put Phoenixes in the graveyard. Put their fucking Phoenix in the graveyard. Goblins are probably fine against this kind of deck. But if they whiff on the Phoenixes, I might just preordain next turn. Thought Scouring themselves, that's good. Oh, they put one Phoenix in. So here comes one Phoenix. Huh. Alright, let's draw this Burning Wish. And then I'm going to Duress. And then maybe Preordain, depending on what they have. Force. Alright, so I'm going to take the Force. And then I'm going to go fetch Valk and Preordain here. And there's a Doomsday. Interesting. I don't actually think... Well... Maybe I do want both these. Doomsday's a kill next turn. So... Assuming they don't get rid of my lands or anything. Or, you know, draw more counter magic and stuff. Could be in a bad spot, but it's probably actually the better line here. Saved it. One top, one bottom. Now they're brainstorming. This will at least let me, next turn I can go Dark Writ, Doomsday. Wasteland. What a fucking delight. That's obnoxious. Always finding it. Can't catch a break. Alright, I'm just going to pass the turn. This hand's not doing anything anymore. It needs some like red mana or something before it can do anything. What's this? Another Manamorphose? Yep. Trying to jump more Phoenixes in the graveyard to just kill me. I've never been all that impressed by the versions of this deck with without Buried Alive, I think the Buried Alive lists are much more explosive. But if they've got more Phoenixes to dump into the graveyard, I will be in trouble. I got one more. Yeah, so I'm in trouble. I definitely need to draw. I probably just need to draw Blue Mana Source right now, and then I'll just jam the Doomsday and hope it gets there. And that's not it, so I'm going to concede. Because next hit's going to put me to 1, so I won't be able to Doomsday anyway. Alright. What's the plan here? I think this deck, I treat it like Delver, so I'm going to bring in the empties. And then Doomsday is probably fine in this matchup because they're not playing discard, they're playing counter magic. I'm going to cut one Infernal Contract because, and I'm going to cut one Bauble, I think. So I'm cutting the Infernal Contract because you can't really use it for value against them. And I don't want to get clogged up with business spells by bringing in the empty. So that's how we got there. And then this hand's a little mediocre. Maybe it should have mulled it, but I'm going to keep it and just start with a Ponder. I'm going to shuffle this. I want those discard spells, but at the same time, like, that hand doesn't do anything to advance my game plan. Like, I can't let them just do what they want. And so, Terramander, interesting. So this is much more like a Delvery deck, I think. Yep, and I'm just drawing fucking lands. This isn't going well. I said I was trying not to get tilted, but I'm getting tilted as fuck. I should do a lesson on how to tilt properly. Because I'm real good at it. Careful Study, sure. Sounds good. 2 Phoenixes, but they don't have another spell yet. Alright, fuck it. No, I shouldn't fucking do that. I'm so pissed, though. I've literally seen like half the lands in my deck at this point. There's no way they're not going to be able to cast 3 spells. Oh, another Arclight Phoenix. Alright, I'm done. Now, at that point, I literally couldn't win. So, here I am, 0-2, haven't won a game yet. Mostly been non-games. Gonna try to win out. If I don't, I'm just probably gonna drop from the league. And stop the stream. I've been running so cold in the leagues lately. I had 3 4-1s in a row, and I'm on track to have like 3 1-4s in a row. And that's assuming I even could win a game in this league. A game, much less a match at this rate, right? I'm going to keep this. It's a little wonky. And I'm just going to start like land pass. might need to put this deck down for a little, like, not Doomsday, but like now I'm playing against some jerk off discard deck. Alright. Let's go get our blue mana. At least this land can make every color now. This is not exactly a rage quit. It's kind of a rage quit, but I think it's more like a tactical concede, because I was going to be so far behind there, so clogged up with business spells. They're presumably playing Turbo Depths, so it's a combo deck. So I just wasn't going to be winning that game. It just didn't seem likely, since I didn't have a second land. So I'd rather they don't know what I'm doing if my hand's going to be that wonky. Alright, let's see. So what do I do against Turbo Depths? This is a deck where the Labman package is actually pretty decent. And I'm going to cut Duresses. They don't do a lot. And then I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut Tendrils, and we're going to work with that. I might try and commit myself to playing more of like the standard Labman, or like play a version that has Labman main deck again, and just see if I just do a little better with it, because like this draw 4 version treated me very well for a very long time, and I don't know if just like the meta shifted or something and it's not doing so good anymore, but like I have not been performing well. I've not been performing well lately, and I don't know what to make of it. All right. So they look like they're starting off much the same way as last time. Thoughtseize this time. So they're probably going to take my Infernal Contract, but they might take the Ritual. They could even take the Echoing Truth, depending on how quick they're planning on making a Marit Lage. This hand at least doesn't completely die to discard. So they took the Ritual. Not unexpected. I'm going to Brainstorm here. Am I going to Brainstorm here? I know what one more card down is. I think I'm just actually going to play the Bauble. At least I don't have to worry much about counter magic from this deck. Needle. Alright. So, let me think. I'm going to crack this and then crack the Bauble. Another Delta. Hopefully they don't name Delta. I think Delta is definitely going to be the safer name here. But yep. That's fine. I ain't dead yet. Okay, so I definitely don't want them taking my Infernal Contract. So I'm probably just putting like Contract, Echoing Truth and Contract back, because those are the two cards that I really, really want now. They're going to take the Lion's Eye Diamond, and that's just going to kind of have to be okay with me. So I'm going to see 3 new cards when I hardcast this contract next turn. But it is going to let me I'll have the Echoing Truth for next turn. I wonder if I should Thoughtseize now. I think I'm gonna. Just because, like, if this way, if they don't have all their combo pieces, I can try and take one. Or if they don't have redundancy in their combo pieces, I can try and take one. Expedition Map, Elder Spirit Guide, Duress. I guess I'm supposed to take the map. They're probably just going to Duress me now. And that's okay. I'm basically, because I brought in the Lab Maniac. Oh, they found another map? God damn it. Well, at least they're not taking the Echoing Truth now. But, oh no, now they can Duress me and take the Echoing Truth. Great. So I'm going to get 2 more turns at this rate. Because they can... So I'm on the Find a Doomsday plan. Dark Ritual is an okay draw. Use a Swamp. Alright. Find me a Doomsday. Not a Doomsday. I'm going to take this Ponder, though. Because I don't actually... Oh, I can't crack that. Can't. That's okay. That's okay. Can I undo? Yeah, okay. I'm only going to see one new card now. Still shuffle that this time. Brainstorm. There's a Doomsday. Alright, so put back the 2 Deltas because they don't do anything. Delta, Doomsday. And I can play out the LED. So, how do I win from here? This is obviously going to be a Lab Maniac pile. Obviously going to involve Ideas Unbound. Mana is not going to be the issue. So I think I'd like, if I can, I'd like to be able to beat more than one, like a kill spell or something. I'd also like to not open myself up to, they probably aren't going to have kill spells. I'd like to not open myself up to Pithing Needle, so I don't want to use Bauble. So let's just do this. What do I got for mana available? 3 blue mana sources. So let's do... Landman, LED, Ideas Unbound, Petal, Preordain, Brainstorm is probably fine. Something like that. So this way I'll Preordain into Ideas Unbound, cracking my LED. Draw. Petal, Brainstorm, Maniac. Yeah, this is fine. I don't need to overthink it too much. I think it's extremely unlikely that they're going to have a kill spell. So, I just need to protect myself against potential Pithing Needle on Conjurer's Bauble and discard. Caracas isn't going to do anything here. It's possible they have like a surgical or something too, so that pile is good in that position, from that position. So we're just gonna jam it here. If they have a random kill spell, they have a random kill spell. All right. So Labman was good in that spot. Labman was pretty good in that spot. I'm concerned that they might have kill spells now, but obviously we still have other ways to win, so. Feels great to win a game. I'm thinking part of what I didn't like about the old, not old, but like the previous Doomsday lists with like the Street Wraiths and stuff is the Street Wraiths. They're like the Street Wraiths and the lack of rituals. They Street Wraith is just nowhere near as good as Gitaxian Probe. And I think it probably just isn't really necessary. You could maybe convince me to play one, because there are some piles that just aren't possible without it, but I don't think more than one Street Wraith is going to be good enough to make me do it. So, like, yeah, we'll see. I might mess around. I might brew up. I think I want to keep this. I might try and mess around with the more classic list again, and just see where that gets me. Because I've been running into a ton of discard, is really what it is. Like a lot of discard based decks, and it's just not feeling. This deck, it can beat discard because it's got like the draw of 4s and it has Pass and Flames, but it's hard. It's not. The other list is much better at beating discard, and it doesn't just eat a dick to Gaddock Teeg. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know this list isn't bad. It got me 3 back-to-back 4-1s in leagues. And, you know, there's something to be said for that. It has tested or for a long time was testing very well. And in terms of like match win percentage, was beating the Ideas Unbound Labman list. But I'm feeling like it hasn't been doing that lately. So the other list has been feeling better. So what they take? They took my thoughts, using my Echoing Truth. I think I'm okay with that. Since I'm drawing Doomsday now, I'm going to hopefully find something to let me cast this Doomsday. None of those cards are good. Although, the fact that they took my Thoughtseize kind of makes me want this Thoughtseize. Yep. So, good thing I did that, because I would have lost. Now, hopefully they don't have more discard, because that'll screw me over. That's not really what I wanted, but I think I'm going to crack this bauble because if I draw a Dark Ritual, I can win next turn. That's not a Dark Ritual. That's the fucking... What is up with Moto's Shuffler? Like, how likely is it that the one of that I shuffled away with the fetch land is the card I draw? Although I guess I drew the island and then that, so I'm just looking for something to complain about. Here comes the discard. Nope, it's just a fucking X-Mage. Great. So I need a Dark Ritual here, or I suppose like an Echoing Truth. Alright, I can cast the Draw 4. And hope to either just draw the cards to go off or draw something to get rid of that Marit Lage that's coming. And that's it. That's game. Alright. So I'm going to drop from this league. How do I drop from the league? There we go. The old 03 drop. That was sucked. Let's go take a look at this list. So this is the one that I had used as to test the Street Wraith, Ideas Unbound, Lab Maniac deck. Ignoring the sideboard, I'm not a huge fan of the sideboard right now, but it basically, these are your business spells. And then these are your cards that kind of suck and are like awkward in the deck. I'd love to only play one of each if possible, or like even like only one bauble. I just don't think that's really. I never play more than this. Never ever play more than this is my opinion. But I think that maybe like cut one Street Wraith and 2 baubles I think is okay. And then the question becomes like, do you need the second bauble? I suppose the correct thing to do is probably not play the second bauble and just see how often you're like, shit, I wish I had a second bauble, or I wish I had a second Street Wraith. And then I think I want an extra Cabal Ritual maybe. And then the 16th land is what I've kind of been thinking lately. And I'm going to cut. There's no Bayou in here. Okay. So, let me think. I have a second Volk, so I'm going to play the second Volk. Alright. Then, so we start with that. Which seems like a fairly reasonable list to me. And then I want to adjust the sideboard a little. So I like these cards. I'm not playing the Green Splash anymore, so we're going to get the Green Splash out of here. I do like having the extra empties. Since I'm playing the second Volk, I'm going to swap. How many fetch lands do I have? 8? 8 fetch lands? Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, I'm going to get the Pulverize out. So we'll play the Pulverize. And then I'm going to cut these. I'm going to play Hope of Kiripurs. I've been watching some of Bryant Cook's streams, and I don't like the Green Splash, but I've been wishing I had a Xanthid Swarm effect, and he seems to like Hope of Kiripur a lot. So I'm going to try just 2 for now. And then let's think. I really need more cards to get rid of permanents and shit. I'm just thinking, like, do I want a sideboard discard spell? I could do like sideboard discard and then 1 more Echoing Truth or something. Oh, actually, one thing I'm definitely doing is probably, I think I want 4 Thoughtseize. Especially since I'm no longer cutting my life total in half as much. We do still have 1 contract in the board, and in slower grindier decks, we're going to be switching the contract for the Ideas Unbound probably. So this deck being able to play 16 lands and the full 4 preordains means I'm not going to have to be cantripping for lands as much, which is another issue I've been having with the 15 land deck. And it's possible that, like, maybe I should have just been playing 16 lands in that deck. I don't know. Anyway, I've been running so cold with that deck lately, I need to put it down for a little while. I'm going to play this version. It feels a little bad to give up on the list that I'd worked on for such a long time, but it, I don't know. Just run cold. So, let's see. Is there anything else I want? So, my only considerations right now are going to be like a sideboard discard spell. I think I'll probably just do that. Sideboard discard spell, another bounce spell. No, let's do... Whoops, I do not have another one of those. Do I not have a third echoing or fourth echoing truth? Guess not. So I could do another chain. Or a perilous voyage. I've also been wondering if there's some hybrid list between these two. I'll talk about that in a sec, but yeah, we'll try this. This seems fine. I might play a game or two with this. But before we do that, I'm going to look at this list. So this is something I've been thinking about, playing like a hybridized list where you have, so like just after the pro ban, some people were playing around with playing Act on Impulse and Ideas Unbound in the same list. But playing Infernal Contract and Ideas Unbound in the same list seems a lot more reasonable to me, because Contract is a much better card on its own. It's a much better business spell on its own. So like you can play that, you play a couple Cabal Rituals, not the full complement that I had been playing a lot of, and then like 1 Street Wraith, 2 Baubles. You only get 2 Preordains this way. It's still on 15 lands. But I don't know, it's kind of somewhere in the middle of those two lists. And I probably would go like this. The Abrades are okay, but I would... let's put a Hope of Gearper. I feel like I'm losing to blue decks because I don't have an effect like a Xantid Swarm. I don't think the Cabal Therapy is doing me much good. So, kind of like that. I don't think... like, I think I was giving up games because my game plan against blue decks wasn't that great. And then, like, the other decks were okay. But, or my plan against them was okay. And, I don't know. So, this is something I might try. But for now, I think I'm going to try this list. And I'm going to go play... I'm not going to start another league. I'm running out of... I've been running so cold that I'm running low on points and stuff for leagues. So... I don't have enough for another league on play points. I got 2 more leagues and event tickets, so I really need to get a 1-4-1 or something to well, somebody's waiting here, so let's try this. I'll try a queue with this other list and see how it goes. This hand looks alright. It doesn't have a black mana source, but I think that's okay. Did I make it just one bauble, one... Yeah, we have it here. Yeah, I did 1 bauble, 1 Street Wraith. Okay, so this will be a decent test to see if I'll play this bunch and see if it see if I need those extra baubles and shit. 2 Cabal rituals. I don't know if I need these extra rituals. We'll find out. They honestly might be better as like Chrome Mox or something. It's definitely something that I've considered. Wooded Foothills is interesting. I'm just gonna lead with the Preordain now. LED. I think I'm gonna bottom this LED, but I'm gonna take the Preordain and just pass. I don't really know what my opponent's on. Another thing that you could consider is even playing the 4th empty in the board, instead of like the extra bounce spell or something. Probably would do it instead of the Chain of Vapor, just so I have 4 spells that can bounce chalices on one. But that way against like Delver, you have even more hits to naturally draw it. That might be good. A Plateau. So this is probably Painter. Yep, so they're going to go find... I'm guessing they're going to find Ethersworn Canonist. Grindstone. Okay, so that means that they probably have like a Painter in hand. I think I want to just cycle the Street Wraith. Painter Servant, they're just going to play Painter Servant and Grindstone right away. That's annoying. Well, I guess I can't cycle the Street Wraith at this point, actually. I really need to just rip a Doomsday. That's not a Doomsday. Ideas Unbound, that's not doing me any good. There's the Doomsday I needed. Not that it matters. Yeah, alright. Concede. Alright, so, versus this deck, I think I want these cards. I'm going to cut the Cabal Rituals. They're not doing me a whole lot of good. Probably can cut a Duress too. I don't know what else to cut, to be honest. Maybe it's just supposed to cut the Duresses. Why can't I not submit? Oh, because I have 16 cards in my sideboard. Does that mean I had 61 in this deck? I do. Poop dicks. Alright, so I'm just going to cut a Preordain. So, no, that's not what I need to do. I need to bring something back into the main deck. What do I bring in? I guess I should just bring in... Well, no, let's bring in a Cabal Ritual. Alright, so that was a mistake that I'm not going to do again. I'm going to keep this hand. It's a little wonky in that it's missing one of its colors. But it could make goblins next turn or something. They're mulling to 5. So this, or mulling to 6 at least. This Thoughtseize is going to be a little better. Hopefully I can snag something good here. Red Blast, Grindstone, and Snaring Bridge, Canonist. Alright, so I'm taking the Canonist. Bridge is a little annoying. It's going to make my goblins worse. So I might be off the goblins plan. Although I do have the Echoing Truth. Although... yeah, so I just have to pass now. They have the Red Blast. Did they seriously peel a fucking Enlightened Tutor? Are you freaking kidding me? That's so annoying. Great Furnace. Why the frick did you get a Great Furnace? Playing a Grindstone. Oh, did they not have another land? They must not have had another land. Do I just make 10 goblins? Actually, no. I probably Burning Wish for Doomsday here. Although, they have the Grindstone that could potentially make a Doomsday kill hard if they find the third land. But they need to find the third land. Oh no, I need Ponder to Brainstorm. I mean, I need... I screwed up again. I need a cantrip. I suppose maybe if they don't have another land, I could try to bait the discard. I mean, I could try to bait the Pyroblast with the Echoing Truth, but they don't have another land. Okay. Got a game plan anyway. I don't know if they're going to fall for this. They didn't. Cantrip. I need a second cantrip, basically. Or just one of my Street Wraith or my Bauble. They're not really doing anything. Now I drew the fucking Lab Man. Well, this will get the fucking Pyroblast for sure. Although they might hold on to the Pyroblast thinking I'm going to try to win with the Lab Maniac. The longer I wait, the worse my chances get. I'm just going to try this. Think about the game plan here. So they're letting me Doomsday. I want something that can let me win even if they do decide to counter the Ponder. Like try and win again next turn. Obviously, they might get a third mana and just Grindstone me, but it's possible that they have that anyway. But I only have one Bauble, right? Can I double Doomsday? That might actually be possible. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. Right? They're just going to fuck my day up, no matter what. Alright, so I want this, 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 this. And then probably this gets countered. Nope, they let me have it. But they're probably going to counter... the Ideas Unbound. Nope. Let me have that as well. They're trying to get cute with me. Fine. You do you. I suppose at that point I could have Street Wraithed in response and cracked the bauble. Or no, that was with the bauble on the stack, right? So I'm going to activate Street Wraith, crack these. Black, black, red. That's what you get for trying to get fresh with me, bench. Trying to be cute. Alright. So I don't know if I sideboarded correctly for this matchup. I feel like I need the Echoing Truths to get rid of Canonist. This is probably I should be cutting Ideas Unbound for Infernal Contract. I'm also accidentally playing 61 cards. That still pisses me off. We'll have to sort that out. It'll probably just involve cutting one of the extra rituals, but I think this will work. I think this hand is too bad, too wonky. Although it does have Burning Wish for a potential Pulverize. No, I think I got a mullet. I don't think it's good enough. And this one sucks more. I can keep this. This is part of why I don't, or like that 6-card hand is part of why I don't like these, the Lab Maniac list. Like I fucking hate drawing the Lab Maniac in the Ideas Unbound. Whereas I was usually happy to see a draw for. And so like maybe I should just be playing one Lab Maniac in the draw for list to like try and give me the benefits of the Lab Maniac. I don't know. Ancient Tomb, Blood Moon. Smuggler's Copter. Okay. Better than a Blood Moon. Or not as bad as Blood Moon. Red Blast? Sure. I got this other Ponder here. Burning Wish. Okay. We are fucking in business now. What do we got? Canonist. Perfect. Just keep eating my shit. I suppose if they have another Red Blast, it's a problem. But, as it stands, we should be able to make lots of goblins. This is going to be pretty sweet. And hopefully they don't have a Red Blast, because if they do, I'm boned. If they do have a Red Blast, I literally don't know what I'm going to do. I'm kind of feeling like I shouldn't sack my lands. Let me think here. So, 5. Oh, I need to try to go for lethal, right? Wait. 6. This will be lethal anyway, if I can bounce the... If I can bounce the Canonist. But I feel like they have another blast. Yep. Damn it. That sucked. I clicked OK on that too, which is a mistake. I'm sure they're going to choose Lion's Eye Diamond though. Yeah. So I need to find another mountain. I need the Burning Wish, and I need to find either another mountain or a swamp so that I can massacre. But I'm probably just going to die before any of that becomes relevant. I know that they were obviously telegraphing that Pyroblast hard, but I needed to take the shot, I think. Like, it wasn't going to get any better. I don't think I could have waited there. You know? This is a very difficult matchup, for what it's worth. Alright. So that's game. I needed to draw the land there. Alright, I want to... If anyone's going to be in the queues again, it's going to be that person probably. But I'm going to play one more practice match with this. Then I'll have at least played 5 matches like I would have if I suppose 6, like I would have if I'd played the whole league instead of dropping at 03. But I'd like to win at least one of my matches today. I have played... Pretty sure I've played 5 matches and lost them all so far today. Okay, somebody just jumped in my game here. I've done a lot of losing today. But This is my first match, so yeah, I haven't won a match yet. Just running fucking cold as ice. But this hand's pretty good. Oh, I forgot to go back to 61 cards. I'm an idiot. Or back to 60 cards from 61 cards. Feeling pretty dumb. But Thoughtseize, Duress, Dark Ritual. Wow, what the frick? Alright. Fine. I'm not gonna fucking play a person who does that. Even though I do that all the time. But I do what I want. Especially because their hand was actually super good against me. They just didn't know it. But I guess I'll keep this. I'm less than thrilled. Sure. They're gonna take the brainstorm. I'm gonna take this Preordain here. I'm gonna play out my Lotus Petal now. I'm looking at a pass a turn pile here. I think I don't know what my opponent's playing, but basic Swamp into Thoughtseize doesn't strike me as a blue deck. It strikes me as the kind of deck that this is probably mono black Pox or something like that. And I think I suppose it could be like a Reanimator deck, but Smallpox. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna discard my island, I think, or sack my island. Discard a card first. We'll do that, and then I'll sack a land. I think I want to do the island. But I need to find a Doomsday now. Huh. Interesting. So I could Burning Wish for Doomsday right now, and then be able to do a pass the turn pile next turn. The issue is going to be if I... The issue is going to be if I draw, or if they have more discard. The other option is to play like Preordain now. Because like I can... Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have played the Preordain now. Another Burning Wish. Well, yeah, I'm going to bottom that. LED. I can make goblins now. 10 goblins is probably the play. It's possible that they have main deck board wipes. But they're going to have them in their hand, so I think we're going to do this. We're going to do it this way. Make the goblins. Already, I've found I think I need at least a second bauble. I think 2 baubles and 1 street wraith might be the right amount, because like street wraith, the situations where you need it to draw into your pile and you need one in the pile, I think, are going to be pretty few and far between. And just will be easier to play around than situations where you need it. You need 2 baubles, and I think that, like, if you do need it in the pile, you can always just cycle it. Another thing I might try is just not playing any street wraiths. But I think that might weaken the piles just a little too much. So I'll probably go back to the drawing board on this deck a little bit after after this match. I'll make some edits and then probably call it quits for the night. So they didn't have a second land, so I would have won this turn. Excuse me, if I'd done the Doomsday play, since they didn't have a second land. And I actually, for what it's worth, I think that entomb. What are you entombing? Oh, this is fucking Pox Reanimator. I didn't even notice that they pitched this Iona. Massacre Worm, but do you have the Reanimator spell? You do, but you're dead. Oh no, you're at 1 now. Interesting. Okay, so that puts me in a spot of trouble. I should have been paying better attention. Like I said, I think that making the I don't know. I think making the Doomsday play was... Oh, I forgot about that line of text on Massacre. If I had gone for Doomsday, I would have won that game. I don't know if it was correct to do what I did. It seemed sketchy. I was more afraid of discard. I also didn't notice that they'd put Iona in the graveyard. I was too busy thinking about changes I wanted to make to this deck. So I'm going to bring in a couple spells here, I think. Maybe like that. I don't think Burning Wish is doing me much good here. I can probably cut a couple Preordains because they just... Like, I'm not going to have time to cast them all. And actually, I can probably cut all these Cabal Rituals. I'm not going to have time to cast those Cabal Rituals. I'm going to bring a Preordain back in. And we're going to try that. Oh, I need to be at 61 fucking cards in my deck. I forgot. Alright, bring me my Preordain. Actually, no. Burning Wish. Alright. Let's try and pay attention this time. I know about this one. I'm going to keep it, though. Hey, pup, I'll take you out in just a minute, okay? I'm just going to play out this match here. And then I'll get you. Was that game 1? I think it was, right? Yeah. Alright, Smallpox, Entomb. So I definitely have to take this Entomb, right? I don't know if they're going to Ritual Smallpox. I think if they draw another 1-mana spell, they're going to Ritual into Smallpox, for sure. Or if they draw a creature. Dark Rit, yep. I probably should have played out my LEDs. That's probably a mistake. Although starting off with a Smallpox, I suppose... No, I don't know. Discard a card. I'm going to discard Labman. Landman's not doing much. Of course, I'm still going to need to find a land. Great. They drew the creature. So I literally don't know how I'm going to beat that, unfortunately. Not sure that there's a way. Although I suppose they're going to need another turn unless they draw a Dark Writ right now. Well, that does me no good. Yep. Alright. So that sucked. Man, I literally... Have I won... I don't think I've won a single fucking match. Alright. I really want to win one match. So, let's see here. I'm going to cut a Cabal Ritual. And this Cabal Ritual. And I'm going to play the Reign of Filth instead. Now we're at 60 cards, which is where I actually want to be, but I want another bauble. So one more bauble, and then I cut maybe... We'll go back down to 3 preordains. That's probably fine. Alright, let's play this. I really want to fucking win a match, even if it's just a stupid practice room match. Alright, let's see if I can beat the Cayman. This hand sucks. This hand sucks. This hand sucks just a little less. I'm not going to cast anything right now. I want that Brainstorm. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Plains. Mom. Alrighty then. These duresses aren't going to do anything for me. I'm going to get the basic swamp. I still need a red mana source to be able to potentially massacre. But the other possibility is that if I find a red mana source... What's up, puppy? Give me a sec. This is probably a Thalia, because they always have it. Oh, maybe not. Or they're just waiting till their next turn. So if I drew a red land and I was playing the draw 4 version of the deck, no, I still wouldn't be able to win from this spot. I don't know. But they don't have Thalia, so there's that. Alright, I'm still waiting on red mana. So I'm basically on the hope they don't have Thalia plan. But it looks like they don't. They're holding up for the Batterskull. Come on, red mana. Not fucking red mana. Okay. Getting a little punished for not fetching a Badlands. But I can still win. The lifelink doesn't matter because I have Lab Maniac in the deck. Alternatively, I can probably actually storm them out from this position. No blockers. Ancient Tomb. It's a little spooky. Revoker. Now I have to draw with this. Lose my red mana. This is okay, because if I draw a cantrip and they don't put it on Lion's Eye Diamond, I can still win from here. Conjurer's Bauble. Okay. I just need to rip a fucking cantrip now. Suppose they could also just cast a Thalia or something, but... Another Mystic? Okay. Yep, so this is likely my last possible turn to win. Because after that, they're probably going to get too far ahead on life with the Batterskull. So I need a cantrip. Cantrip. Yes! Okay. I'm pretty sure I can do a lethal amount of Storm. I suppose they could have a Swords to Plowshares and get up as high as 26 life. So if I can do 13 Storm, that would be the best. I have 6 spells in hand. I'll be casting Doomsday, and I can probably get 6 spells out of my... So that should be... that's 13 spells, so I should be able to kill from here, no matter what they do. So I get Doomsday, cast Doomsday, and then I got lucky that they went so long without drawing a Thalia. I'm just trying to think if I can get an extra Storm out just to be safe. I don't know why I would need to get more than the 23, but... or more than 26. But I can put a Burning Wish on top of my pile and get the draw 4, and then I'll have 1 black left. I can, yeah, so I could do this. Burning Wish, LED, Petal, Burning Wish. So we can get a pretty high storm count here. So the Revokers definitely aren't coming down on LED next time, but that's fine. Just make sure that we have plenty of storm here. To avoid any kind of shenanigans. Sorry, Lana, I will be with you in just a moment. My dick is so fucking limp right now. I really want to win a match. Alright. So there's a bunch of fucking tendrils. Alright, so all of these come in. The duresses go out. Oh, I have 8 discard spells too. That is something that I could have changed. Okay. Okay, good to know. I didn't realize that. I put in the extra Thoughtseize, but I wanted to take out a duress for it. So this hand is, I think this is where I want it. The one other thing about having the extra Street Wraith, the second Street Wraith, is that's just one more card that can help enable a turn 1 kill. But I'm not sure how valuable that really is. I just wish they hadn't taken all the good cards out of the game. They've banned all the cards I made during Doomsday good. What is that? Mom. Okay. So I don't have that third land was a good draw. I probably should have played a Delta and split my lands against hey bud. Split my lands against a Revoker if they revoke Delta or something, but probably this is just going to be a Thalia. Yep. Echoing Truth is a good draw. That means that I can not expose my Burning Wish and get a although actually I'll need to get Massacre because of Mom, right? So that's fine. I'm just going to leave the Polluted Delta up for now, and I'll fetch Island on their end step, and then next turn Burning Wish. No blocks. Canonist, sure. It's all the same to me. I'll grab the Island. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize isn't doing anything for me right now. I'm gonna get Badlands, and we'll Massacre. Or not Massacre now, but Burning Wish now for Massacre. And then hopefully next turn I can just win the game. I suppose if they have, what the fuck is it called? Sanctum Prelate. They put it on 4, that'll be annoying. But I can't play around that right now, so. If I drew another spell like Echoing Truth, I could try and play around it, but ain't no doing that right now, so. Doesn't look like they're playing anything right yet. But they didn't fire up the factory, which does make me think they want to play something after combat. Not a Sanctum Prelate, not a Sanctum Prelate. Recruiter, okay. So, it's a little annoying, for sure. But they can't cast it right now. So I don't know what they're going to get. Sanctum Prelate, yeah. And that's fine. I can Thoughtseize that if I need to. So I'll Massacre now. Let's see what I draw. Fine draw. Massacre now. Probably just Thoughtseize the Sanctum Prelate. Ugh, they got another freaking Thalia. Well, at least this freaking Thalia I have Echoing Truth for. So, I'm going to ponder now. Another Burning Wish. I don't need another Burning Wish, but I will take that. Alright, let's see what we can do. I'm sure this Thalia is coming down. What did they think they were doing? Oh, were they thinking about playing the... They wanted to play the Vial, but they couldn't. Snowjar, Rain of Filth. Okay, let me think. I don't think I can just win the game right now. I'm probably just going to have to hope they don't draw another Hate Bear next turn. And then Truth, and then win. Although, if I tap the Conjurer's Bauble now, there's another Burning Wish down there. So if I go like Truth, cast Truth on Thalia. No, I think I'm just going to have to wait. I'm just going to wait a turn. And hopefully they don't have anything, and then I can kill him next turn. Rip. I don't care about Rip, right? Nope. Which means that now I can Echoing Truth before combat. Alright, so this game is over. Theoretically. Make blue, make red, play with this Lotus Petal, make a bunch of black mana. I'm gonna end this fucking game one way or the other. Can I have this fucking Doomsday? Cast the motherfucker. And then get Ideas and Bound. Okay, they just conceded. Yay! I finally won a fucking match. Like 1-7 for the day. That is abysmal. And when I say the day, I mean from before or from my start of the stream, because I won or lost a bunch of matches before that. I did win a couple as well, but yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1-6. Awful. Absolutely awful. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you are a Doomsday player and you're facing a cold streak like I have been, then try not to